Hello, everybody. It's getting dark. I know I said a few minutes I'll be back. But this will be my last. So, let's see. Jonah and in this well. Now, Jonah was instructed by God to go to Nineveh to tell them to repent, because God had a plan to destroy that place because they were been worshiping and doing other things that God didn't like. So he sent Jonah, and Jonah was like, I ain't going to Nineveh. What them people have done to my people. So he hitched the ride on the boat. It was storming, and Jonah knew all along it was about him. And they were saying there's no hiding from God, no hiding. So Jonah said, throw me out the boat, and ended up swallowed by a whale. Then it came to his mind, I'm repenting, confessing everything. Now, if I was swallowed by a fish, I'm eating my way out. You hear me? If I just happen to have a fork and a knife, I'm eating my way out. But, God has a way of, preventing from, people like me, trying to find a way out. Make sure I stay in that well until I, think, God has a way of making you in a bad situation, but make you think. And so God heard what he wants to hear. Sorry, repented. Okay. But not the where you wanted to go in the first place. You're going to go where I wanted you to go. So the whale spewed him out. And I guess he looked around in Nineveh. So he went to Nineveh, did what God instructed him to do, repent and everything, and he was sincere about it. People got to think we better repent, we better serve God. The king, he got his stuff together. It's supposed to be, I believe, certain days they have left to get their house in order. Get themselves in order. So Jonah was waiting for the inevitable, and it didn't come. And Jonah could have said, I guess he got that Act 1 popcorn, or over Rittenbacher, pop that popcorn, have that Pepsi or Cola that day. He thought it was going to be a 3D, so he got them glasses and everything on. He was set, but it didn't happen. The people repented it, and they said that they don't want none of their people perish. And it's something that, in 2014, you may never know over the seas or here in the States or something like that, people, telling you to repent or confess, the day is coming, time is short, and, you just happen to hear it, not out of, you just happen to hear it. It was meant for you to hear it, and get your house in order, get your life together. You may never know. They had 30 days or whatever to get it together. We all don't know how long we all have left. And there's Jonases around, backing up, but they come to tell you any old way. They don't want to do it, but they come and tell you any old way, and whether they like you or not. But and God repented it, and So the people in Libya was, didn't turn out to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, with Noah, with the flood, and Sodom and Gomorrah, I think that's enough. And I'm glad people in Libya, if they know the history, I'm glad that they repented it, because it would have been too much. It would have been too much. But I'm glad they repented it and everything. Now, a story about Job. I know he had a pity party. I felt that way for a few years ago, not having a whole lot of stuff, nice things, money, having a lot of family. They died. I'm talking for real. And but when situation hits you personally, that's when the woe is me comes about. And it was a wager, because Satan said that you got hedges around Job, and so God had allowed Satan to, see if Job was believed in God and really have his mind, instead of having all the herds, the family, the wealth and everything else, in spite of having all that and everything, he says, he's a believer in God, he have faith in God, and by the time it hits him, that's when he start crying like a baby. And his wife said, won't you give up, just give it up, what you believe in God. And Job says, no, for God live, for God die, no, it ain't happening. But those boils, those sores all over, he was rolling in ashes and stuff like that, and he wished he wasn't living, he wished he wasn't even been born, and all that pity party, boo-hoo, whining and crying, a grown man. Can't you imagine that? And have all that stuff prior, before everything was taken away from him. Can you imagine a man like that? Boo-hoo. You think that a man, had an extra belt buckle in his pants, had that stature and authority, would never, would be that vulnerable. And but he was. God got him, knocked him down, a couple of pegs down, to get him to realize that God made the moon, the stars, and everything else, and Job, he had friends, and his friends like, what did you do? Did you do something wrong for all this to happen? It's kind of wrong to say that when somebody's in bad in their luck, or somebody down and out. But by saying that, it's like kicking somebody already is down. And the strange thing about it is that God said to Job when he was well, and said, go to a mosque or a synagogue and pray for your friends, because they shouldn't have said what they said to you. It was a test. Nothing wasn't Job's fault. And God told Job to pray for your friends. There's a reason, because nobody shouldn't kick a person that's already down. You're supposed to lift them up and support them and pray for them, or ask them if anything they need something for help, call me, I'll be there for you, or something like that. But, they're his friends. And he got double, after the end of it, he got double for what he had at first. So it's a happy ending, but there are few people in the world, there are Jobs in this world. We do have pity parties and stuff like that. We cry at night with tears flowing down, and why me? Sometimes why not you? Sometimes blessing do comes in disguises, and some blessings comes to you what where you think it will come, it won't. God moves in mysterious ways, and so I better stop now, because I had to do something. It was too long, and I had to do something for this video, because the video was too long. But I'm going to cut this short, cut everything short. Part 3 coming up.